Hello and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about mistakes. Let's talk about buying Bitcoin and making, terrible mistakes. I'm going to talk about the most famous that I am aware of. Just when I discovered Bitcoin, what I did, as most people did, went to Google and typed Bitcoin and started to find out whatever they can about the cryptocurrency. Well, when I did that, this is one of the articles that came up. So I knew about this article before I ever bought Bitcoin. And the article is from the 27th of November 2013. So this article was just a couple of months old. I believe first time I found out about Bitcoin, I think it was summer of 2014. So like I said, just a couple of months old. So the title is Missing Hard Drive Containing Bitcoin Worth £4 million in Newport Landfill Site. Newport is a city in Wales. Digital wallet containing 7,500 bitcoins that James Howells generated on his laptop is buried under 4 feet of rubbish. The guy basically works in IT. So what happened is he had a laptop and he started mining at the time, and this is when mining was very very easy because the network wasn't hard at all, and he threw it away. He didn't have a backup. So Howell stopped mining after a week because his girlfriend complained that the laptop was getting too noisy and hot while it ran the programs to solve the complex mathematical problems needed to create new bitcoins. In 2010, the Dell XPS N710 broke after he accidentally tipped lemonade on it, so he dismantled it for parts. Most were thrown away or sold, but he kept the hard drive in a desk drawer for the next 3 years until that fateful summer day when he had the clear out. Howells didn't realize his mistake until Friday. Since then, he said, I've searched high and low. I've tried to retrieve files from all my USB sticks, from all my hard drives. I've tried everything just in case I had a backup file or had copied it by accident, and nothing. He even went down the landfill site itself. I had a word with one of the guys down there, explained the situation, and he actually took me out in his truck to where the landfill site is. The current ditch they're working on. It's about the size of a football field, and he said something from 3 or 4 months ago would be about 3 or 4 feet down. After he stopped mining bitcoins in 2009, Howells didn't give the currency much thought. I hadn't kept up on Bitcoin. I'd been distracted. I had a couple of kids since then. I'd been doing the house up and forgot about it until it was in the news again. Okay, so like I said, this is the original article from November 2013. There was an update on it. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah. So what happened is apparently they didn't allow him to go and search for the hard drive, the Newport City Council, that is. In 2013, his partner. Okay, so there was another article that I didn't manage to find, but I remember a couple of years back. Basically, the story was that actually his partner was the one that actually threw away the hard drive during a household clear out, and she was basically nagging him to get rid of some of the hard drives. And when that happened, apparently by mistake, somehow the hard drive containing the private keys were the ones that were discarded. So let's say, where are we? In 2013, his partner inadvertently discarded the hard drive during a household clear out, leaving it buried at Docksway, a landfill site operated by Newport City Council. Mr. Howells had made several requests that Newport City Council allow him access to the landfill site so he could find and retrieve the hard drive. His requests were largely ignored, so he issued a claim against Newport City Council in May of 2024, seeking legal declarations of ownership over the hard drive and its contents, an order to allow Mr. Howells to retrieve the hard drive, or compensation equivalent to the value of Bitcoin, which he claimed had ballooned in value to more of £600 million. In June 2024, Newport City Council applied to strike out Mr. Howell's claim, or alternatively for summary judgment. The judgment on his application was handed down in January of 2025, so earlier this year. The judgment, I am not going to read that because that's a bunch of boring legal statements. Okay, the court was unmoved by Mr. Howell's offer to give the city of Newport 10% of any recovered Bitcoin. Instead, the court's analysis focused squarely on the legal fundamentals of property ownership. There was another article that I read a couple of years ago, basically saying that the guy even said that he's going to donate half of the Bitcoin he has on that wallet to the city council if they help him to find it. I was also unable to find that article. Should have saved them. And this is the latest update. Man who lost $800 million worth of Bitcoin in landfill wants to buy the garbage dump. And now, after years of battling the local authority in court to retrieve the hard drive, Howells has come up with a new plan to simply buy the landfill. And I am considering purchasing the landfill site, funding secure, he wrote Thursday on X, echoing comments by him that were widely reported in the UK media on Monday, though he didn't say who was providing the funding. CNN has reached out to Howells for comment. His latest plan comes after a British High Court judge stopped his case from going to trial, issuing a judgment in January that dismissed his attempts to force the council to allow him to search the landfill. Howells accidentally threw out crucial hard drive in August of 2013 when he was cleaning out his house, thinking it was a blank drive that contained no data. He put it in a trash bag that he left in the hallway for his then partner to take to the garbage dump before he realized, as the value of Bitcoin rose, that he had disposed of the wrong one. So, the guy was mining for Bitcoin very early on, 2010 or 2000, even maybe 2009. He mined after a week with an older laptop because, like I said, the network was a lot easier to mine back then. It wasn't as difficult, not even close to as difficult as it is now. He mined, there's different numbers. I've seen 7,500, so the original, yeah, so the original article says 7,500. I've seen other articles saying that there were actually 8,000 Bitcoins. It doesn't matter, basically. It's still a huge amount of Bitcoin. And because his missus, well, actually his ex-missus now, according to this latest article, yes, he left in the hallway for his then partner. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is a brutal story, to be honest. So his ex-missus was nagging him to throw some of the hard drives he had in a drawer, and by mistake the wrong one was thrown away, and he's now he's not even together with her. Ouch. Well, what can we learn? What can we learn from this? All I'll say is do your research. If you want to get into Bitcoin, if you want to buy, make sure you store it properly, you have backups and so on. Make sure you don't throw away any hard drives. Yeah, it's a brutal story. I don't even know how this guy sleeps at night, to be honest. And it's even worse that allegedly his ex now threw away the hard drive, which is worth right now, as I am recording this, $825 million. And it also says in the article that he spent years of battling the local authority in court. So I'm assuming this guy spent a lot of money going to court to get the local authority, the local council from Newport, to allow him access to the garbage dump and to go look for his lost hard drive. So if you make a mistake where you have bought Bitcoin and something has happened and you lost it. Either it's a story such as this, or I had a similar situation where I forgot the password. All I can say is better to move on, because I'm just thinking about this situation, because this article, like I said, is from 2013. So I'm just imagining all that money that this guy spent in legal battles with the council over the year. If he would have invested that money into Bitcoin, I think he would have been still very well off right now financially. I think he would have been in a better position than most people, because he knew about it since 2013, and Bitcoin price crashed in 2014. I think it went down to like $100 or something. So it's still an unbelievable price. Yes, I know you lost 7,500 Bitcoin, which is an insane amount of Bitcoin, but I think it would have been better for him if he moved on and just kept buying, even from 2014 until now. I'm not sure if he owns any Bitcoin. It doesn't say anywhere. But considering the fact that he's still struggling after all this time to get access to that land, to that garbage dump, to go and look for that drive, I don't think he bought any Bitcoin. Probably he spent a lot of money in battling the local authority in court, and that's it. And even if he gets access to it, I mean, what are the chances of him finding it after more than what? It's been 11, 12 years almost now. Almost no chance. And even if he finds it, I'm not sure, because I have never mined any Bitcoin, so I'm not sure how you get the reward after you finish the process of mining it. I have no idea. It's just stored on a hard drive on your PC. Is it in a wallet? Is there a password to that wallet? I'm not entirely sure. But my point is, it's better to just move on. You made a mistake. Yeah, it sucks, but it's better if you moved on, and it's better if you just use those funds to just buy more Bitcoin. I think this guy would have been better off if he just spent all those funds on buying Bitcoin rather than going to court against the local council. That's it for today. I just wanted to share with you guys this very interesting story that I knew about since 2014. This guy gets mentioned every time when Bitcoin goes to a new all-time high. Every time. Poor guy. Anyway, that's it for today. Take care. Bye-bye.